Hello! Welcome back to Prairie Farms here on Michigan. Okay, so I've had a bit of an issue with the PC and yeah, everything got corrupted. So all my Let's Plays on PC are they're null and void. I got to restart the lot. So I thought, if I'm restarting Prairie Farms, let's go for an old school John Deere farm. I mean, there is a John Deere dealership just across the way. So first thing we're going to do is have a quick scooch around the yard, see what I've changed, what I haven't changed. The first thing I'm going to do is actually I'm going to jump into this menu. And then you can see what I have and haven't spent. This is for a Mahindra side-by-side that I need to return. I was using it to check ground levels when I was terraforming, shall we say. So we sold all the buildings we owned. I spent 1.2 million on construction costs, landscaping, painting and all that stuff. I didn't use free anything, I paid for it. There's no mystical easy dev tools as added money in. It's just, yeah, it's just what I sold is what I have. And then I spent 400,000 of your finest US dollars on new vehicles. Okay, now I found a lot of them in the sales. The guys from the John Deere dealership, they did help out and they found me a good few things. So I say everything has changed. I will knock the time back up actually while I'm thinking about that. If we jump into the settings quickly, timescale is currently on 0, but I'll knock that back up after we've had a quick look around. Economic difficulty is normal. Oh, you can read it anyway, can't you? I've got seasonal growth on 3 days per season. The reason I've got 3 days is because I've added Maize Plus back in, and we are going to do cattle. And the Maize Plus guys recommend at least 3 days. We may knock that up to 5. I'm thinking 3 days on times 6. If I knock that to 5, that might go up to times 10. So that's that. Snow is on, crop destruction is on, ploughing and field stones is off. The fields are huge. You think I'm ploughing everything? Cultivating maybe, ploughing not so much. Field stones bug me. Weeds, I can deal with weeds. Field stones, not so much. Dirt's normal. This is all the usual stuff. And then this is changed from another word to removed. I've turned that off because we lost 7 cows on my Valley Springs series in one episode. And I was feeding hay. So yeah, so that's not happening this time. It's not happening. So we still own plot 6. As we did before, this is still ready to harvest. This is corn. This is soy. I haven't as yet purchased the soil map. I was going to go around and scan everything, but that's not happening. So I think we're just going to spend 62 grand with you guys in here. And there we go. So this field now owes us 62 grand. So the first thing you'll notice is the farmhouse has changed. So I've gone for we bought an old farm which has been derelict for a while, hence the tall grass. You see where I'm coming from? Don't look to the right. I found ourselves some chairs and a table, some stuff for the kids to play on. It's seen better days, let's be honest. And then all the weeds in the backyard have got a little bit out of hand. We might think it's some sort of weed whacker to get rid of all of that. Stop looking around. You can see your eyes darting. So this is our new house. There are saddles. We don't have horses currently, but the kids might want some. This is a spawn point for honey. I shall get onto that in a second. It's just your bulk standard honey. This is the workshop which was over yonder. It's now over yonder. I'm still full of snot and cold, if you haven't realised. And I do apologise. So we have ourselves an old cultivator. It is damaged. We have found all this in auctions. It's all old and second hand. We now have a petrol tank to fill up our tractors. There's nothing in it currently. Now these two machine sheds are from Legacy. If I remember, I shall put the guy in the guys in the description. They are fantastic. Make some awesome sheds, triggers, barns, brilliant. I was hoping to use their workshop, but it terraforms into the ground, and that is an issue, and I'll show you why in but a second. Now, we've scooched this way. There is nothing in the workshop. It's just a workshop. We found ourselves a old John Deere 4040 two-wheel drive, 70% damage. There is a bit of diesel in it, but not much. It's got a front loader attacher, but no front loader. So this will be our front loader tractor when we get the spares. This is a fertilizer tank, and that's currently empty. This is a liquid lime tank, also currently empty, because why not? We have our calf pen things all sat around. We've got a cord header for a forage harvester and a pickup for a forage harvester. We shall come back to that in but a second. We have two cow barns. They both hold 60 cows. Now I'm thinking that may be OTT with seasons with Maize Plus, but we'll see how we go. And then in this overgrown piece of land here, we have a manure extension for the liquid manure. That is just across the way there. You see through the cow barn without me having to walk all the way around is a manure pit. We have a water point, which appears to be leaking. They've cut a bit of fence out to get that in. And then we have ourselves a header. That is a dirty old header for the combine. We did have to buy a new trailer. There was no old ones available, and the guy that was selling the combine didn't have one. We have a seed purchase point, although the things are just across the way there. Now the reason we have this and not a real refill one is because I couldn't find a Meridian one that looks like this that does that. Do you know what I mean? One like this I could fill up as opposed to buy it direct. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? This is a herbicide station. I have herbicide and I have 10,000 litres. Now I didn't purchase anything at all. Just the tank. And as a free gift, they've put 10,000 litres in there, so I'm not complaining. So you fill it up there and it goes in. This one, I just buy it directly. It makes sense to me. And we'll come back to the machinery. We have ourselves a grain silo and two dirty old Parker gravity wagons. We have one 60% damaged, no extension. That's also 60% damaged with an extension. So that one's upgradable. That one is as big as it's going to get. I think it's about 11,000 litres. Now we just scooch over here. That workshop used to be where that liquid tank is. No, it didn't. It used to be over there. There was a a garage where the liquid tank is, and just there was another shed, and that wasn't there. This was open land. So what we've done is we've got some buzzy bees in the corner here. They're only little tiny Langford hives. Langford? Is that how you pronounce it? Langstroth hives, sorry. I'm thinking of Bonnie. And then we've got ourselves a bit of a pond to catch the water runoff. You'll notice around the map that there are drainage ditches, and rather than our yard keep flooding, we've created a pond, and the pond has already full. filled, already filled itself. Now this is another reason why I can place the workshop by Legacy, because it's got an underground pit. You walk down the pit, and if you dig down even marginally, you hit water. So the pit was full of, well, it was full of water. My youngest absolutely loves this pond. We spent hours. Frog! Frog! Yeah, he loves the frogs. And I'm very childish. There's the manure pit, as I said. I love that sound. We may place some sort of garden-y type thingies, greenhouses maybe. There is that open garden, not the open air garden by Missy B, is it? The other one. The one that's got the wheelbarrow or whatnot. It looks like just dirt on the floor, and you need the garden substrate. I can't think of who that's by. I may plant. I may do some gardening on this piece of land, and then we'll get that collected by the guys at the grocery store, and they can just come and help themselves. Leave their money in an honesty box. Saves me delivering it anywhere. Yeah, we'll quickly look at the machinery before we move across to where the old shed used to be. So we have ourselves a Kinsey 4-row planter, which has got a liquid fertilizer. This is really old and really battered. Oh, I think it's on 90% damage. It's almost had it. Hopefully we can do something with it. Hopefully. This is the newest piece of equipment on our farm. The John Deere 8110. 180 horses. It's got a bit of damage. Not too much. They give it a rinse off at the store for us when they found it. But this is the newest piece of equipment. Now this was made in 1999 and discontinued at the end of 1999 from my research. So this is the newest piece of equipment and the most powerful. Well, tractor wise, we got this in the 4440. So the 4440 is 115 horses and 2-wheel drive. This is 4-wheel drive. And yeah, this can be upgraded. We haven't as of yet, but the previous owner does have GPS, so we need to work out how that works, because we've never used it before. Oh, there's the Mahindra, just through the fence. Literally, when I was placing things like this, it pops the ground. That's literally all that was for depoppling the ground. This is an old header, 22.4. So, in the machine shed, that tractor should really be in here. That's an implement shed. This is going to be our machine shed for our implements. So we have the 5830 John Deere forage harvester. Now, I was having issues with this particular forage harvester. Now, I normally use the New Holland SB 2200, I think it is, which is fantastic. But I was going for an old school John Deere farm, and that didn't fit. So I found this one, the 5830, which is great if you're running manual gears. It would stop, start, 10 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour, and it would stop, start with the header attachment in place for chopping. Now, I'm not using manual gears, I'm not using clutches or anything like that, because that affects course player workers, especially on my machine and how mine is set up. So I've gone for fully automatic. You push the foot to the floor and it drives forward, changes gear itself. Which means my clutch pedal's doing absolutely nothing. just resting my foot on it. And then the brake pedal also goes backwards. I did try using the gear shifter for change of direction, so I can then use the foot brake as a foot brake, and like you would in an automatic car. Still wouldn't work with courseplay, especially on my setup. In saying that, if I plug the Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller into the PC whilst running farm game, my steering wheel deactivates, and I can't work out why it does that either. but it is what it is. So this 5830 has been reconditioned, and it actually has a New Holland SB 2200 engine in it. So on paper it's 290 horses, but in reality it's 220. So, but that now works absolutely perfect for me. I'm not going to release that. I think it's Tired Iron Modded made that. But I can't get it to work on my system, which is why I've had to tweak it slightly for my personal usages. Now, I think this is another Tired Iron mod. This is a John Deere 770 from 1978. 200 of your finest horses. It's got some Goodyear tyres on it. Michelin's weren't available. Again, it's all battered, it's all used, it's all seen better days. That's what the header's for. And then we have the pickup, and then we have a 4, maybe a 6 row corn chopper. So that's this side of town. And then if we scooch this way without getting ourselves squashed, and then over here, so that's the other entrance to the second cow shed. This one may be for calves. I may not fill that one, but get like 10 cows and then let them do their thing, and then when they reproduce, move those cows to here, wait for the health to get to 100, and then sell them off. And maybe if they have like, if they've got 10 cows and we get 10 calves, I may keep 2, move 8, sell the 8, and then the ones this side could keep populating this one. And as soon as the health gets to 100, sell them, because Maize Plus and livestock, it's fun. I've been rewatching Cartex Calmsden. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. He had 500 cows and 500 pigs, and he's trying to feed them on Maize Plus, and he's using like 18,000 litres of TMR per hour when he first adds Maize Plus in, because of the amount of cows. I digress. So this used to be another machine shed. It's one of the map makers in-game, in-mod things. It's not anymore. There are 2 bunker silos, because I needed somewhere to place bunkers, and this looked like the ideal place. And you've probably already spotted, we have 2 New Holland chopper boxes. The lovely man that give us a hand restore, shall we say, the John Deere. He had a couple of old New Holland chopper boxes, and we dissected his old New Holland forage harvester for the engine. So we have the one with the yellow wheels is the newer one. It's got less wear, and then the one with the white wheels is older. It's a bit battered, and I think that one's in desperate need of some repair. Yeah, that's gone. That's a fixer-upper, that is, let's be honest. I don't think this one's quite as bad. No. So that's the better one of the 2, but that's the newer one, and this one's been sat outside. Yeah, you don't even want to know what I found in there. So yeah, so that's our new farm. What do you reckon? Pretty cool, huh? Well, I thought it was pretty cool, even if you didn't. Yeah. So I say, we're probably going to start this on times 6, and then the first thing we'll do is scooch up to the wheat field, and we'll get that harvested or whole cropped or something. We need to start making the food for the cows. I thought there's no point. Whoop! Yes, up there. There's no point getting the cows if I haven't got the feed. We do have 202,000 left in the bank, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's just a quick look around so you can see what it is we're doing and what we're not doing. So this will be like a preview episode, shall we say. In the next episode we shall start farming. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. Each and every one of you, please. Take care. I shall see you all in my next adventure. Cheerio.